What's up, y'all, and welcome back to the Raw Reality Podcast, where we keep everything raw and uncut. So we are back with another episode, y'all. It is a blessing to be back. I'm happy to be back. I just did my makeup, so if I'm doing a little like sniffling and all that stuff like that, that's why. I'm so happy to be back, y'all. Today's episode is Every Woman Has a Breaking Point. And that is so true. Every woman has a breaking point, y'all. And when I said that, or when I was thinking about, drafting up this episode, I just continued to think about Carrie Hilson. Every Woman Has a Breaking Point. So, that's where a little inspiration, I guess, can come behind for this episode. But we're just gonna get into the first little roundabouts of what we're talking about today, because we're gonna be talking about a couple different things today, y'all. For our women, this episode is really like for our ladies. And we're just going to get into a couple of things and see where this episode takes us and what we end up talking about today. It is currently 10:56. So it is good timing, y'all, to podcast. I was ready earlier, but I just, what happened? The podcast, the Zoom pad, it died, y'all. So I had to go get me some batteries. And we're here. We're ready. We're in the flesh. We're present. We're ready to talk. And we're going to get into today's topic because it is so interesting what we're talking about today. So y'all already know we have to go ahead and spark up for this episode. So I'm ready for that. And the first topic, y'all, that we're going to talk about is body counts. So body count versus a man, and then body count versus a woman, because it is such a huge stereotype, not stereotype, gender role, or double standard, for better words. That's the best way to say it. It's a double standard when it comes to men, when it comes to women. Men can have this high ass body count, they can fuck 100 women. To me, y'all, if I meet a man that done fucked 100 women, I don't want you. It's nothing about you that is attractive or that attracts me to you. Like, I don't even want you at that point. Honestly and truly. Let a woman come out and say that she fucked 100 men. It's over. Like, it's over with for us. Like, it's literally over with for us. And I feel like a lot of the times, like, it's okay for men to get away with certain things, or them for them to do certain things, and they could just get away with a lot. So that's first thing. It's not really too much to even talk about with body count. Like I said, me personally, if I meet a man, come across a man, oh yeah, like, I done fucked 100 bitches plus, or I don't want you. You ran the fuck through. But niggas love to say that women are ran through at a certain point. But y'all niggas are ran through. Like, ran through. And that shit is not cute. Community dick, like, you for everybody. That shit is not cute. And you for the curb. Not even for the damn streets. I just don't feel like it should be a double standard. Like, I feel like if men can fuck whoever they want, women should be able to fuck whoever they want too. Like, I'll get where the double standard is coming from. But the next thing that we're going to talk about is kind of like, I seen on Instagram on one of my followers' posts that I follow. We actually went to high school together and we cheered together. She always posts like little polls and stuff like that, her opinion and stuff that she want her followers to interact with and their opinion. So one poll that she posted one day was why do niggas Lord, I wish I could go back to the post. I'm not logged in on my Instagram on this phone. She was like, why do niggas continue a relationship or continue talking to somebody when they know that they don't want a relationship, or they don't see like any outcome coming out of talking to this person? You're just basically talking to this person just to fucking waste their time. So, and I told her, I was like, you know what? Like, niggas really, like, that type of nigga ain't shit. And we're gonna talk about it on the podcast because she was showing her responses, and she was showing how and then somebody had responded. It had to be a nigga. They was like, well, we tell y'all or whatever, we tell y'all that we don't want a relationship and y'all still choose to stay. 9 times out of 10, like, a nigga is not gonna tell you straight up that he don't want a relationship, because I feel like and it can be some delulus out here. It can really be some delulus out here. But if a nigga is telling you, I don't see no future with you, like, I'm just seeing like where we're having fun and doing all that shit, it's on you. It's on your preference. If you're willing to accept a nigga that is just, having fun and seeing where shit go, cool. If you're not on that type time, you're dating to marry, that's not the type of nigga for you. But it's just the fact that niggas want you to assume that they don't want a relationship. It need to be that effective communication, like, only coming into this to have sex, to do this, to be your friend. Like, you need to communicate the purpose of what we're doing, because 3 years, 4 years down the line, the girl expecting a damn proposal or engagement or, something, the next step, a child. So I would say definitely the communication on both ends, because you should be, woman enough and strong enough to ask that man, like, where do you see this relationship going? Like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? And if that man can't give you a straight up answer of where y'all going from here and what y'all working on, that's probably somebody that you don't want to, involve yourself with or be with. Because at the end of the day, and we talked about this a little bit on episode 5, you got to know your worth and know what you're willing to accept and know what you're not willing to accept. And right when shit not, going in the right direction, or it's constantly at a overflow, or he's not appreciating the person that you are, get the fuck on. Women are too beautiful and too strong to hold on to somebody that don't love them or don't treat them like the queen that they are. Never let a nigga tilt your crown. Ever. It is with dealing with a nigga, because sometimes niggas will lie. Niggas will lie to the wheels fall off of their relationship. They will continue to lie. Like, I was in a relationship with a damn liar. Y'all, a compulsive liar. Like, a compulsive liar. And that shit is, it just literally, like, blows your mind and makes you feel like you're crazy as fuck. But you're not crazy. You just need to take the time to reevaluate, know your wrongs, because sometimes it is wrongs on, your end. Know your wrongs, know his rights, and know where you want to go from there. You have to be the one to make the decision. You are going to be the one to determine how you're treated. You are. I tell my child all the time, even though he's 1 year old, treat people how you want to be treated. Treat people how you want to be treated. Don't treat people mean. Don't be rude to people. Have respect for everyone. It don't matter. Someone younger than you, older than you, it doesn't matter. Respect everyone like you want to be respected. So that's the same thing with their relationship. Niggas need to respect women how they want to be respected. They always, a lot of the times in, domestic violence relationships, like, a nigga quick to turn his head and be like, who the fuck you talking to? And try to check you. But it's like, you have to respect people and treat people how you want to be treated. That's in a relationship, a friendship, a family, anything. That's anything, y'all. You got to respect people. That's the first key to anything, is respect. Make sure you're sending your promo to the Raw Reality DMs and send your raw experiences to the email, y'all. We want to hear everything that y'all have to say. Let's get back to the episode, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and move into the next topic. The next topic of today is going to be kind of like accepting the bare minimum. I accepted the bare minimum for so long. And it's just like, I'm going to set the bar for myself. I don't know. It might seem like this girl is like so like independent and just so, on her own, and she just don't have a decision, like don't have a problem with, making a decision for herself. And I literally don't. But I never want to make my man feel like I don't need him, because I don't know what I would do without my boyfriend. Honestly, as far as like our child and our day-to-day schedule, our home, like all of that shit, like I don't know what I would do. I would just have to do the best that I could do and do what I have to do as a woman. But that just goes to show, like, I love the father of my child. Like I definitely need him. I never want my man to feel like he's not needed, because I definitely and it's hard. It's honestly hard for me to even say that. Like, it's hard for me to honestly say that I need somebody. Like, that is so hard for me. Like, just saying that I need somebody, it's just hard, because at the end of the day, I feel like with my background and a lot of the outcomes of my relationships that I've built with people, that's friends, family, anybody, relationship, that's anybody, I feel like I was too dependent. I was too dependent on that person. So it's like now I just have built up a wall of like, I don't need anybody. I kind of touched on the last episode too, of like grieving, the loss of the relationship with my father. Like, that built up a wall. It's just like, it's gonna take a lot to tear that wall down of like me feeling like I need someone, because I put myself in that position. I feel like being dependent put me in a position to like get hurt. So I really just don't like to be dependent or feel like I need somebody. Just don't set a lot of things in my life. But one thing I will set is standards, because a lot of times, y'all, I be at work, I see couples coming left and right, and how some of these men talk to their wife, how they treat their wife, it's just like, I can't accept that. Like, to me, that's bare minimum. Like, forget what you're doing for me. And trust me, there are some bare minimums. There are. It can be about like what a guy does for you, the amount of dates that y'all go on, the amount of quality time that y'all spend together. That's also bare minimum. But to me, starting off in a relationship, bare minimum to me is how you treat me, the time that you make for me, what you say to me, how you talk to me, how you carry me. Those things are at first bare minimum to me, because I'm gonna hold you at a very high standard of treating me like a queen, like I said, and not tilting my crown. Welcome to this Real Ass World podcast. And we just really try to, what we can for the people, y'all. We try to do everything that we can. And I'm going to definitely try to do more. I'm just trying to figure out how to navigate my business and do everything that I want to do. But if you have any product, any t-shirts, any sweatsuits, that's clothing, fat, anything, any type of brand that you want to promote on the podcast, you have to go over and follow my podcast Instagram. That'll be on the screen and in the description box of the video. So make sure that y'all go check that out, y'all. Send any product that's, like I said, clothing, that's music, that's if you want to promote, your Instagram page for like hair. If you have bundles and stuff that you want to promote, you can promote that on my channel, y'all, for free. No charge to promote your products, y'all. But I will not, one thing is, I'm gonna just let y'all know, I will not buy the product since I am promoting for free on the channel. Y'all need to just send in your products. You don't have to send a lot, just send one thing that you want me to show off. If you want me to show off your channel that's completely free, TikTok, anything that's completely free, y'all. So just make sure that y'all are taking advantage of this opportunity to get your business out there, collab. You never know who's going to see it. This will be on YouTube. You never know who will come in contact with your video and who's going to see your video. So Go ahead and send those in, guys. Everybody that sends their stuff in will be promoted on one episode. I promise you. I'll probably do two a episode. So just make sure that y'all are sending in y'all products. And with that being said, let's get back to the podcast, y'all. So we are back with our next topic. So we just finished talking about bare minimum and standards in a relationship and the expectations, that guys kind of withhold at times. We kind of talked about that. So now we're gonna kind of get into like the toughest battle that I went through and what it felt like when it felt like I would just like never come out of that battle and that hard, hit in life. So I would say my hardest battle that I kind of faced, it was a couple, honestly, and over time I just never kind of let that go, so it stayed with me. I would definitely say my grandfather's death. So that messed with me so much, and I think it's because I really just never talked about how it affected me. I just really felt like everybody, like his death happened, the funeral happened, and then it was just like he was, and I get it. Like I remember, I think about my granddaddy every single day. My son isn't named after my granddaddy. Like, so I think about him all the time, and that was just a hard battle for me because I talked on the last episode of the podcast about father figure and having a father figure in my life, and he was kind of that father figure in my life, or that emotional connection to a father, because he loved me beyond measure, and just losing him was a lot for me. That was a lot. So I lost him in middle school. That was a lot for me. So transitioning to high school and like graduating and him not being able to be there, and that really fucked with me a lot. Another battle that I went through was really like my first heartbreak, and that shit kind of snuck up on me for real. Like I didn't expect, honestly, to fall as hard as I did in that relationship, because I was, at that time, I was not looking for a relationship. I was not thinking about a relationship, like, at all. I had just got out of a relationship. So that really wasn't on the forefront of my mind. And it just like, one thing I would say is just never date your best friend, because you can honestly never really come back from that and have the same relationship, because a whole lot of shit is going to change. Like, your whole thing is going to change. But it taught me maturity. It taught me to treat people, like I said earlier, treat people how you want to be treated, respect people how you want to be respected. And I feel like I did the right thing at that time with in the relationship, because I was in so much pain, y'all. I was in so much pain that I didn't even talk about. Like, so it was so crazy just seeing how I changed since from that relationship, because I made a choice for me. That was like my first choice that I made for myself. It was like, Heidi, you got to fix you. Like, you got to work on you first. You can't keep blaming this person. You can't keep blaming that person. You got to look at you in the mirror and pick apart the things that you don't like about yourself and change them. Because it's simple as that. If you don't like something about yourself, change it. And if you don't like that change it again. Like, it's nothing wrong. And so just me looking back at that girl, like, I would tell that girl, I would hug her and just love her. Like, I would just really hug that girl and just really like talk to her and say, it is okay to love somebody. It is okay to trust somebody. It is okay to be okay. It is okay to not be angry. It is okay. I would have just literally hugged that girl and just really, that's all I can say is just hug, and just told her that I love her and you're going to get through this, because that was something I never thought, a pain that I never thought. I would literally cry all night. I would stay up all night, sleep none, 0 hours. And I just look back at videos then, and my eyes, I was always just so fucking high. Like, it was just high to a point of like, oh my gosh. Like, and I'm glad that I came out of that headspace. I'm glad that I just came out of that dark cloud. Like, and I remember, you don't really think about it over time, but you kind of feel better over time. And I just remember feeling better over time, like being able to actually get in front of a camera again and record, actually being able to get up and do my makeup. Like, that shit felt good to do. So it made me want to do it more. And then, boom, I after being, out of a relationship, not looking for another relationship, I found my current relationship. And it's just like, God does everything for a reason. He positions everything for a reason. And now here I am with my son, and I'm just so in love with him. And he is really the love of my life. Like, I love my son beyond measure, like beyond anything in this world. So I definitely will be forever grateful for my child's father, because he gave me the love of my life. The next topic that we're going to jump into is the Raw Reality Listens segment, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. We're going to jump into this segment a little early in the episode, because we're going to do 2 this time, y'all, instead of 1. So let's get into the first one, y'all. Honestly, y'all, I did not think that people were gonna send in their raw scenarios. Like, I didn't think it was gonna actually take off, but I did. We had a couple, and I'm not mad, because at least, somebody responded and somebody, is interested. We had about 5 in the inbox, so I picked out 2. Everybody wrote their text instead of just like sending them in, which, like I said on the last episode, that is totally fine. I don't care. I don't mind. Just send y'all topics in and let me know what y'all want to talk about. It can be voice message, it can be text, it can be what's something else you can do, or actual like video, and you just like blur out your face. It can be whatever's comfortable for you. So let's get into it. It says, hold on, y'all, because my screen literally just went out. It says, hey, Mahogany. So somebody obviously is following my Instagram or know me from somewhere. But it says, hey, Mahogany. And they spelled my name right, y'all. Because people be spelling my name all type of ways, child. But it says, hey, Mahogany. Me and my friends always find somewhere to go after school. They have recently decided to start smoking weed. Okay, so they ain't say what grade they in or nothing like that. So that's that. I thought it was just an experimental thing or something to try, but it has become a regular thing. I do not like weed smoke, so I always decide not to smoke. They constantly try to get me to smoke with them, but I always decline. I do not want to come off as judging them or telling them what to do, so I just stay on my phone while we go wherever. They decide that they want to go after school. Or I would just make up a reason as to why I cannot hang out. What should I do? I don't want to lose a friendship with them, so I'm reaching out to you to see what you think. Okay, so yeah, I was having a hard time because they put like a lot of words into one. But I get the situation. So your friends, y'all go somewhere after school, and they decided that they want to smoke, and you don't like to smoke, and they always get you to try to smoke, but that's not your vibe. So it's kind of got you to a point where you just really not engaging with them for real, or either you just don't go hang out with them. So honestly, I feel like if they are your friends and you don't want to lose them as friends. I have friends that don't, I wouldn't say friends, but I know people that don't smoke. Like for instance, I'm talking about I don't got friends. For instance, my cousin, she does not smoke. Like she does not smoke. She is around me. Her sister smokes. Like me and her sister smoke together. So it's just like she does not smoke, and she doesn't engage with us when we smoke, but we also don't offer her the blunt because we know like she don't smoke, so it ain't no point in asking her, offering her. I mean, people are going to do what they want to do. So I mean, I always, with me saying that, I'm saying if they're your friends and you love them, but you don't want to engage, don't engage. Tell them, look, like I don't want to smoke. Like that's not my thing. I don't really like that. I'm not judging y'all. Do y'all think or whatever, but I don't want to smoke. Period. First of all, y'all saying y'all in school, so this is my thing. I did it, y'all. I have done it. And it's just like this. I should not have been smoking in high school. Like I should have just deaded that shit and just waited till really I was out of high school and had all my shit done. And like honestly, I always tell my family like I wish I would have never started smoking weed, because once you start doing something, like once you start doing something or relying on something, it's just hard for you to wean off of that. I also don't judge people that smoke marijuana, because at the end of the day, I believe that marijuana is medicinal. Like I don't care. Like it's medicinal, and it's about how you use it. It's just not legal. It's just not legal. But as kids, like I just don't believe you should be doing it. Just relax, get your shit done, and then do that, and then see what you choose and what you like to do. That's what I would say. But as far as you doing something with your friends or you fearing losing them as friends, I would just say straight up to them like, look, y'all, I don't smoke. I just don't want, the blunt. Like, y'all don't have to, offer it to me. It don't have to be in a rude way. Like, you can literally just say, like, I don't smoke. And if they have a problem with that, then that shows the type of friends they are. And you don't need to be around people like that. If they cool with it, then cool. But at the end of the day, you got to think about it, because weed comes with consequences. So it don't matter. Like my teacher used to always say, like, you could be the getaway driver. You ain't have to rob the store. You ain't have to rob the store. You ain't have to go in there and put the gun to the man's head. You ain't have to do none of that. But when the cops arrest y'all, you're getting the same charge that they're getting. Same charge. It don't matter if you were a getaway driver, whistle boy. It don't matter. You're getting the same charge that they're getting. So it's just, think about that, because at that point they're putting you in a situation, and it would be different if you were partaking in that situation of smoking, but you're not even smoking. So that's a possession on your record for what? For nothing. For absolutely nothing. So that's something that you got to think about too, is just how hanging around them is going to foresee your future. That's all I got to say about that. Y'all, put that blunt down. Put that blunt down and pick them damn books up, okay? Because it's always a time. It's always a time. And I know some people might kind of look at me like a little judgment on the judge side. But I'm grown as fuck. I can do what I want to do. I said back then, I shouldn't have been doing what I was doing because I wasn't grown. But I'm grown as fuck now. So I can do what I want to do. Thank you. We're going to get into the next raw scenario. Raw scenario. Raw scenario. Raw scenario. Raw. So, and this one is really short, y'all. This next one is very, very, very short. Let's see what we have here. Hey, Raw Reality Podcast. I was reaching out because I really want to do content creating. I see a lot of people on TikTok making money from content creating, and then I see a lot of people in the 252 that record videos and do podcasts just like you. So I was wondering what made you want to do podcasting and YouTube, and also how did you start? So I told y'all that was really short. So it is, content creating is really taking off right now. It is really doing their big one, but that makes it a good thing and a bad thing. A good thing because you kind of get to see, what everybody is doing, and what the audience likes and what the people want to see. It kind of helps you develop your niche. So that's a good thing. But the con is it creates a lot of competition. And I don't say that in a way of like, oh, I got to compete with this person, I got to compete with that person. No, it's like you have to really stand in your content and really attract your audience, because if you're not attracting your audience, if you're not constantly posting, if you're not constantly promoting your stuff, if you're not networking, trying to see like this and that, like your content will never be successful, and you'll never be the best content creator that you can be. That's what I would say, and that's where I fall short at a lot of the times, is promoting my content. Just a lot of the things that I should be doing that I just fall short at sometimes. Posting constantly, like having a posting schedule that will really help you post consistently, because if you're posting every day that your schedule is set, then you're good. If you're getting about 3 videos out a week, then that is decent for, especially with just starting off, because more people are going to see you. It's gonna be more common. Next thing is, when I started my YouTube, I just literally pulled the camera out, started recording, start doing what I seen other people do. Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Hagi. Woo woo. I just started, and I just started talking, and I just started being a part of myself that I felt like it's not like I couldn't be, but it's like I just felt more comfortable in front of a camera. And I started on my phone. I'm still on my phone right now. I record my podcast on my phone, my videos on my phone. I want to move over to a camera very soon. But like I said, I don't post consistently enough that I feel like I'm ready to make an investment in a camera right now. But I definitely want to get to that position where I'm posting and I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing with my podcasting, y'all, and my YouTube videos, because we are not going to forget about the regular YouTube videos, the vlogs, all that stuff like that. But like I said, I want to build a niche. I don't want my podcast and my channel to be all over the place, and you don't really know like, what this girl do. Does she do vlogs? She do podcasting? She do pranks, boyfriend, girlfriend content? Like, I want it to be, something direct. And we're gonna get there. You gotta take it step by step, and you gotta take the steps to do it. The first step is doing it. So do it. Pull out that camera, record the video. Don't be like, oh, I'm gonna wait till I get me a camera, or buy me this high camera. Record with your phone first. See how you do with editing videos on your phone first. Like, don't go out here and buy all of this expensive equipment just to not know how to use it, and you don't even know if that's going to be a long-term passion for you. So that's something that I would definitely say. We're getting to the end of this episode, y'all. Again, thank y'all so much for sending in y'all stories. I definitely will keep sharing these, y'all, in every episode. Raw Reality Lessons, Real As World podcast, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode. Every Woman Has a Breaking Point, episode 6. See y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.